Hey, it's time for Sarah's Bedtime Stories.
Episode 80, The Year I Learned to Say No, Part 3, Saying No to My Insecurity. Hey, this is Sarah, also known as Kiddo. And if this is your first time watching or listening to this channel, welcome to Sarah's Bedtime Stories. This is where I share comfort stories for all grown-ups or kiddos out there. This episode is still part of the series The Year I Learned to Say No. So sa part 1, I shared with you how I started to learn saying no before I turned 30. And then part 2, I shared the first time I said no, how I became consistent in saying no, and the yes that I experienced after saying no. And now we're on part 3. This time is more personal to me because I'll be sharing with all of you my insecurity and the reason why I started to learn saying no, which is acne. To be honest, when I thought of this episode, my idea of this was I will have this recorded when I finally cleared my acne. Kasi gusto kong sabihin sana kung ano yung mga nag-work sa akin. I wanted to have this before and after transformation. So, I was thinking of waiting hanggang matapos yung diet ko na 6 months and see if may nagbago ba, nag-clear ba, and then dun ko sasabihin. Pero habang hinihintay ko yung moment na yon, it so happened that I had a conversation with one of my closest friend last night before I recorded this episode. And we shared stories and I was able to share my realization about my journey and saying no to my insecurity. And I thought na this is the right time for me to record this episode kasi ito yung moment na kaka-realize ko nung no na yon. So, I want to share a story while I am experiencing it with you kasi sinamahan niyo ko sa journey ng SBTS from the start. So, I wanna be with you also in this journey kasi sa podcast ko na 'to, I consider this as my safe space. I found listeners who are also gentle with me, listeners who are welcoming with my thoughts. I've experienced crying in between episodes and I didn't receive any feedback how sentimental or how emotional I was. So, I hope Sarah's Bedtime Stories will continue to be a safe space, not just for kiddo, but for the other kiddos out there as well. I'm counting on you guys, so thank you so much. Story time. Nabanggit ko na sa mga previous episodes ng series na to kung gaano ako ka-insecure when it comes to my acne. So, I want to be honest with all of you na this started when I experienced my first breakouts, yung nag-umpisa akong magkaroon ng acne. And I remember how the people who are close to me looked at me habang may acne ako. Ramdam ko yung tingin nila na parang hindi nila ako kayang titigan because of my acne. And it turned out that I can still remember that up to these days. Yun yung mga tingin na nakakapagpawala ng confidence ko. And yun yung takot ko na ma-experience ulit. Kaya as much as I can, iniiwasan ko talaga na mag-breakouts or magkaroon ng acne. And akala ko ganun lang siya sa akin, pero na-realize ko na naging rason siya for me to have insecurities or para makonsider ko yung acne as my insecurity. Nakwento ko sa mga previous episodes ng series na to na kung paano ko pinaghirapan na maklear yung acne ko to the point na na-achieve ko yon. Kaya kapag ka nagkakaroon ako ulit, parang natitrigger sa akin yung takot na parang baka bumalik ako dun sa moment na nahihiya akong magpakita sa ibang tao because feeling ko i-judge nila ako. Feeling ko sila yung magsasabi sa akin na anong ginawa mo sa skin mo, bakit bigla kang ninigyawat. Yung kahit ako nga hindi ko siya masagot pero I have to answer it for other people. So nandun yung fear, nandun yung takot ko. Kaya kapag nagkakaroon na ako ng mga more than 2 or 3 pimples, nagsa-start na akong mabalisa at alam na alam yan ng mga kaibigan ko kasi I'm starting to message them. Nandun kasi yung takot ko na baka tignan ulit ako dun sa tingin na ayokong nakikita. Yung ayokong maramdaman na parang feeling nila ang dirty ng mukha ko. Or ayokong ma-feel yung feeling na parang gagawin nilang subject of katatawanan yung insecurity ko. So, nandun ako sa ganong stage ng pag-iisip kasi insecurity ko nga yung acne. Nandun pa rin yung takot ko every time na nagsa-start akong magkaroon ng 3 or more pimples kasi bumabalik yung trauma ko nung una ako nagkaroon ng tigyawat na parang pag tumitingin sa akin yung mga tao, parang hindi nila ako kayang tignan ng mata sa mata just because I have my pimples. Parang hindi ko kayang ma-experience yun ulit kasi when I experience it first time, sobrang nakakababa ng self-confidence talaga. Yung kulang na lang mag-face mask na lang ako para matago ko yung mga insecurities ko na yun or yung mga imperfections ko na yon. Alam to lagi ng mga closest friends ko. Sabi nga ni Tita Glad sa akin, kapag nagkakaroon ako ng breakouts, parang isa siyang major problem sa akin. Kasi si Tita Glads, kilala niya ako ever since. Elementary pa lang ako, nakita niya akong magdalaga. So, alam niya kung kailan talaga ako namumroblema at kailan ako nasistress. So, alam niya na isang major problem ko yung insecurity ko talaga. And I'm trying to deal with it. And na-realize ko na after kong magkaroon ng clear skin, nung na-achieve ko yon, hindi naman siya nag-stop doon eh. Bumabalik pa rin. I had breakouts again, 2020, pandemic, and then 2022, and then 2024 to 2025. So, hanggang ngayon, 2026, I'm dealing with that. Dun sa mga experience ko na yon, pabalik-balik siya at marami akong times na nasistress talaga ako pero nawawala lang yung mga breakouts ko pag hindi ko na siya iniisip. Kapag ka hindi na ako nagde-deal masyado sa acne, like I started to continue living. Yun yung mga naging effective ways sa akin nun kung bakit na wala yung mga acne ko. But this time, kaya ko rin siguro nagawan ng episode to kasi hindi na lang acne yung sinusolve ko eh. It's more than that. Feeling ko, etong experience ko na to, it's something bigger kasi it's not just about saying no to the things that are causing me acne, but it's actually how I deal with acne. It's how I say no to my insecurity. So, ito yung mga ways ko on how I was able to deal with my insecurity. Una, na-realize ko na yung acne, matagal talaga siyang i-heal. Lalo na if breakouts talaga siya. Hindi siya yung parang masakit ang ulo mo, tas uminom ka ng gamot, mawawala siya. It's really a continuous process. So, kung ang takot ko is yung tingin ng ibang tao, kung ano yung sasabihin ng ibang tao, then I can do something about it. Kailangan kong piliin yung mga taong makakasama ko na mag-aalis nung stress ko na yon or mag-aalis ng trigger ko na yon. Kasi ako sa experience ko kapag alam ko na nag-acne ako and then may tao na magsasabi sa akin na anong nangyari sa skin mo? Ano yan? Bakit namumula? Bakit nasusugat? Lalo akong nasistress kasi feeling ko I have to explain na ganito yung nangyari, ganito na yung ginagawa ko. Pero hindi siya nakakatulong for me. Lalo akong nasistress, lalo akong natitrigger, and yun yung nagkukos ng stress hormones. So, I have to surround myself with people na hindi ako ititrigger. Yun yung unang ginawa ko. And dahil doon, hindi talaga ako naglalalabas. hindi ako naglalalabas ng kagaya dati kasi I'm afraid of what other people might say. Lalabas lang ako pero alam ko yung tao na yun naiintindihan niya kung nasan ako and feel ko safe ako kasi siya yung kasama ko. Pangalawa, if you feel like nasa sitwasyon ka na hindi ka at your best and you need to boost your confidence, be with people na nakikita ka pa rin as pretty or as beautiful more than your acne, more than your imperfections. Kasi ako, I remember my former students sa mga tao na nakakapagparamdam sa akin na I'm okay kahit anong size ko or kahit anong itsura ko. Ever since naging teacher nila ako, they always do that. They were the ones who taught me na hindi nakabase sa appearance yung appreciation sa'yo ng tao. Pero lately, nung pumayat ako, my students were messaging me, saying things about my weight loss journey, ganon. Pero lagi kong sinusunod yung disclaimer na para bang sinasabi ko na, pero naninigyawat ako. And you know what? Their answers, different people sila, but they were sharing the same answers. Alam mo yung sabi nila sa akin na, Miss, kahit anong size mo, kahit anong itsura mo, you are always beautiful as ever. Imagine ilang tao tong mga to tapos they have that same message sa akin. Alam mo yung parang na-remind ako na, shucks, these kiddos are teaching me things na dapat ako yung nagsasabi sana sa kanila pero sila yung nagbabalik sa akin. But we need that sometimes. We need people to remind us that we are still beautiful, that we look pretty, kahit na hindi tayo at our best. Kaya sobra akong grateful sa mga kiddos na to, sa mga naging estudyante ko, sa mga nag-feedback sa akin, sa mga nagdi-DM sa akin to say those things. It's comforting and it makes me think na we still live in a beautiful world kasi there are people na ganun pa rin ka-gentle yung treatment sa mga kagaya ko na insecure sa acne, di ba? So, thank you. Thank you sa inyo. Pero gusto ko ding i-share sa inyo na bago ko na-realize yung mga to, I really experienced the lowest. I mean, naging sad din ako for a while kasi pakiramdam ko wala nang nag-work sa lahat ng mga alam ko na treatment. Alam mo yung na-try ko ng magpalit ng products, na-try ko ng magpa-check up, pero walang nangyayari. Feeling ko, I was at that moment when I started to heal my acne nung high school to college years ko. Yung tinry ko na ang lahat, ginawa ko na ang lahat, pero parang walang result na nangyayari. So, ang ending nun, hindi talaga ako lumalabas. Good thing I was able to create videos pa. I was able to do podcast episodes because of filters, because of the ilaw. So maraming salamat kasi hindi sila masyadong halata. Na-experience ko rin yung ayaw kong lumabas talaga. I even said to my friends, kay Maan, kay Ate Elise na I don't go out pa kasi I don't feel confident. And they respect that, which I love about them. Pero nag-try din ako ng mga temporary solutions like face mask, tapos yung mga pimple patch, all because I don't wanna show na nagbe-breakout ako. Na-realize ko na yung mga behavior ko na yon, lalo lang silang nag-trigger ng acne ko kasi nai-irritate din yung skin ko sa mga yon. Pero those are the times na I feel like wala nang nangyayari sa mga ginagawa ko. So dahil nasasad na ako noon, I messaged my friend LM. LM was one of my oldest friends. I mean, matagal ko na siyang kilala and nasubaybayan niya na yung acne journey ko. Parang siya yung aking unpaid dermatologist kasi pag may problem ako sa skin, he's the person na message ko talaga and he's always answering me. And one of our conversations, I think that was in December 2025, nung sinabi ko talaga sa kanya na, LM, nalulungkot ako. Parang feeling ko anxious na ako sa acne ko. As in, talagang nasasad ako. And then, nag-reply siya sa akin. Ang sabi niya sa akin, Sarah, talaga ba? It's not you. Sabi niya, hindi ka ganyan. Remember, you are finding good every day. Ano na, sabi niya. So, nung binalik niya sa akin, yung libro na sinulat ko, na Finding Good Every Day, nasabi ko sa sarili ko na, oo nga no, I am inspiring people to find good every day, to find something good sa life, sa ibang tao, and yet ako, hindi ko kayang gawin yun sa sarili ko. Na para bang kapag may bago akong tigyawat, yun yung nakikita ko instead the other parts of my face. Alam mo yun? So, siguro ganun yung feeling kapag masyado mong iniisip yung isang bagay na parang nawawala ka rin dun sa mindset mo. Then, I was so happy and grateful to LM kasi sinabi niya sa akin yun.
If you are enjoying this episode, you'll love my books even more.
After that convo, I started to shift my perspective kasi ang sabi niya sa akin, instead Sarah na i-focus mo sa bagong lumabas na pimple, why not see the other parts of your face? Baka merong nag-heal, baka nag-glow, baka you still look fresh. Ganun yung sinasabi niya sa akin. And I started that practice and actually, it helped na when you start to look for something good, hindi lang sa buhay mo, hindi lang sa ibang tao, pero sa sarili mo, lalong-lalo na sa insecurity mo, I think yun yung naging rason kung bakit unti-unti naiwasan kong mag-overthink or naiwasan kong mag-focus dun sa insecurity ko. After that, I decided to say no to mirrors. I said no to checking it every time. I said no to taking photos of the breakouts kasi parang lalo lang natitrigger yung sarili ko, lalo lang akong nasistress. And I realized, sabi nga ni LM sa akin na feeling ko, Sarah, 50% ng cause ng acne mo, yung stress. Kasi you are overthinking. So, dahil doon, naisipan ko or parang nakontrol ko yung masyadong pag-iisip ko about that. And what I did was to focus on other things. I tried writing, I tried improving my podcast. So, nagkaroon ako ng pagbabalian ng atensyon and it helped me. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to LM for always answering my questions, for always giving me that conversation na talagang gigising ako at babalik ako sa normal self ko. And thank you for being so patient and understanding to your friend, Sarah. Thank you, LM. Love you. But more than this, na-realize ko na it has helped me kasi during those times, napalibutan ako ng mga tao na feeling ko sa tingin nila nagagandahan pa rin sila sa akin. Alam mo yung tingin na kinakatakutan ko dati, napalitan siya nung tingin na parang nagagandahan sila sa akin or accepted nila ako. I felt this with certain people na kapag tinitignan nila ako, hindi ko napapansin or hindi ko nararamdaman na tinitignan nila yung tigyawat ko but they still look me in the eyes. Yung iba yung tinitignan nila more than my physical appearance. I also experienced this with the help of the kiddos, yung mga younger talaga, yung mga bata na tita ang tawag sa akin. Alam mo yung 'pag nakita nila ako parang they want to hug me, they wanna kiss me, alam mo yun, yung mararamdaman mo yung acceptance and love na galing sa kanila na parang yun kasi yung gusto ko dati. Kaya parang pinilit ko na mag-improve yung sarili ko kasi I wanna be accepted, I wanna feel loved din. Kaya I wanted validation from other people. And these kiddos, they made me feel na it's possible kahit na I feel like hindi ako perfect. I feel like na I'm not that pretty. Kasi they made me feel like I am. So, binigay nila yon sa akin ng free. Alam mo yon yung wala kang kailangang gawin, just be you and they accept you for who you are. Kaya yung word na kiddo sa akin, it's really something special. It's not just me reminding myself about sa dating ako. It's also about reminding me of these kiddos who are helping me. I also met one person who helped me not just in saying no to my insecurity, but this person helped me in seeing beyond physical appearance. Someone who appreciates the mind, the soul, and most especially the heart. Being with this person, exchanging stories, spending time with this person, unti-unti naibabalik niya yung dating Sarah na ako, yung Sarah na confident kahit hindi naman ganun kaayos ang buhok, yung Sarah na confident kahit sinasabi ng ibang tao na hindi siya pretty pero pakiramdam niya sa sarili niya, pretty siya. Dahil sa taong to, na-realize ko na it's not really just about how you look or what you look that makes a person stay in any kind of relationship. Kasi na-realize ko na kaya ko gustong maging kaibigan tong tao na to, kaya gusto ko siyang nakakasama, hindi dahil feeling ko ang ganda ko pagkasama ko siya. Hindi yun eh. It's how this person makes me feel. Kasi pagkasama ko siya, pakiramdam ko, hindi mahalaga yung physical appearance kasi I felt a joy na share kami ng kwento, nagkakaintindihan kami. Alam mo yon na kapag pala ganun yung mga taong nakakasama mo, slowly, na-adapt mo rin kung paano sila. Tapos na-realize ko na if ako, ganun yung hinahanap ko sa mga taong nakakasama ko or ganun yung gusto ko sa mga taong nakakasama ko. It's how they make me laugh, how they listen to me, how they challenge my mind, and how they see what inside my heart. Di dapat ako rin, ganun yung ibigay ko mismo sa sarili ko. If yun yung hinahanap ko sa ibang tao, bakit hindi ko yun ibigay sa sarili ko? So slowly, nakamit ako ng mga tao na ganito, yung parang it's okay if I don't look at my best kasi they are still my friends. So, nung napalibutan ako ng mga tao na kagaya nila, they are few pero they are enough for me. So dahil do'n sila yung lagi kong nakakasama, sila yung nakakasama ko sa mga ganap ko in life. Slowly na-realize ko na unti-unting nawawala yung stress ko sa breakouts ko. Unti-unting nawawala yung pagkapraning ko on how I look. Unti-unting bumalik yung confidence ko to go out, to do videos, kahit na feeling ko hindi perfect yung skin ko. So, dun ko na-realize yung importance din ng mga tao or ng environment kung saan ka nagsistay para ma-overcome mo rin yung insecurity mo. Of course, I did not give up sa pagtitreat ko ng acne ko. I'm still healing. But majority nung change na ginawa ko was about my mindset too. Dahil sa mga tao na nakasama ko, parang unti-unti, binigyan ko ng time ang sarili ko na mag-heal. And I think kailangan ko rin yun kasi 'di ba, nagko-cause ng acne rin yung stress. So, I don't have to deal with stress. I still want a clear skin. I think para sa akin, it's good also to have goals for yourself kasi kung dun ka mas nagiging confident. Isang rason kung bakit gusto kong magkaroon ng clear skin kasi hindi ako nagme-makeup and hindi pa ako naging maganda sa mga makeup moments ng buhay ko. I remember one time, senior high school teacher ako noon and we have our graduation ball. Tapos ako yung mag-host. So, kailangan kong konting kulay sa mukha kasi matagal akong nasa stage and maraming picture taking na magaganap. It was Miss Marinela na nag-makeup sa akin. And then, habang mini-makeupan niya ako, sabi niya sa akin, kailangan mo lang is kilay, pilik mata, and lipstick. And nung ginawa niya yon, dun pa lang ako naging happy sa itsura ko. Na totoo nga, sa lahat ng moments na naka-makeup ako, yun lang yung moment na, ito lang talaga ang bagay sa akin. And also, for me rin kasi, pag nagtutok ako sa mga events, sa mga seminars, hindi rin kasi ako nagme-makeup. So for me, malaking tipid sa akin yon kasi I don't have to do anything and I'll be confident. Yun yung idea ko kaya gusto-gusto ko rin ng clear skin. Also, I do podcasts like this and I do videos. So parang mas confident ako when I feel at my best. Yun yung mga rason ko kung bakit I still want clear skin. Pero alam nyo, in this episode, the fact na I'm still dealing with it and I was able to show up, I was able to record videos, I think I'm slowly saying no to my insecurity. Parang dati kasi natatakot ako na pag may nakakita sa aking ibang tao, tapos sasabihin sa akin na anong nangyari sa mukha ko mo, bakit bigla ka nanigyawat? Parang ngayon, I can say na kapag may nakita akong ibang tao, parang hindi na ako afraid na may magsabi sa akin na gano'n. Kasi parang nakuha ko na yung acceptance and yung love na kailangan ko with the people that I am with right now. So parang for me, I don't need other people's validation anymore. I don't know kung enough na ba tong mga realizations na to, but the fact that I was able to start saying no to my insecurity, I think that's a major achievement for someone like me. So, just like saying no to unhealthy foods, now I'm saying no to my insecurity slowly and gently. Ayoko namang maging harsh sa sarili ko kasi it really takes time. Kasi yung insecurity na yon bata pa ako. So imagine kung ilang taon ko yung dinala and ngayon pa lang ako nagsa-start. Pero I'm at that process. Inumpisahan ko na siya and I hope mapanindigan ko siya and I can be consistent. Other than those people that I shared, the people who helped me in dealing with my insecurity, I also had one conversation with a friend and a mentor. I call her mom. During those times na sobrang lungkot ko, na feeling ko hindi nagagaling yung mga tigyawat ko, I called her, I talked to her, and she said, "No, babe, you're still gorgeous. You're still hot. You're still sexy." Alam mo yon yung manggagaling sa kapwa mo babae, yung mga ganong words. And may power siya, I think. Nakaka-empower siya, to be honest. And na-comfort ako nung sinabi niya sa akin na it takes time for you to heal. Kasi yung acne, it's not a one-time thing. It's a process. So, you have to stick with your routine and continue what you're doing. Yun yung sabi niya. Pero meron akong isang line na nagustuhan na talagang tinandaan ko. Sabi niya sa akin, love yourself not only on the days when it's easy, but also when it's not. That line comforted me. Kasi nga, lagi kong sinasabi yung self-love and self-care, pero bakit hindi ko magawa sa sarili ko? Yung I was hoping for other people to love and accept me kahit anong itsura ko or kahit anong size ng katawan ko. Pero bakit hindi ko yun magawa sa sarili ko kapag ka insecurity ko, kapag ka tungkol sa acne? It all started with an acne experience, but imagine kung anong mga kwento yung naibigay niya sa akin. I had to process those experiences when I was young. I had to choose the people that I'm with, not just the food that I eat. I have to be mindful with the power that I give to other people, especially with their words, kung paano sila makakaapekto sa akin. I remember my mentor before, Maury, what he said to me back then was, you don't have the ability to control kung anong sasabihin or kung ano yung iisipin ng ibang tao. What you can control is how you react. Kung ano yung sinabi nila or kung ano yung inisip nila. And sabi niya sa akin, kapag may narinig ka na something na masakit or something na feeling mo hindi mo gusto, you have 10 seconds to decide. 10 seconds to decide if iisipin mo pa yon or mag-iisip ka na ng ibang bagay at mag-move on. Sinabi niya sa akin yon when I was in my early 20s. And ngayon lang na magta-30s ako, doon ko siya na-apply ulit. Ganon siya katagal bago ko siya na-realize. But it has helped me. So, my thoughts, if ever you're a person who's also dealing with an insecurity, I hope this story of mine, my personal story, will make you feel less alone. Sana kahit papano naka-comfort yung mga pinagdaanan ko at yung mga natutunan ko sa'yo. And to end this podcast episode, I realize sa dami ng mga ginawa kong skincare, sa dami ng mga treatments na tinry ko for me to clear my acne, I think yung top priority doon will always be self-acceptance and self-love. Kasi kapag inumpisahan mo yon at pinaramdam mo sa sarili mo yon, parang nawawala yung stress mo. Parang yun yung talagang boost ng confidence mo. Yung kahit kasi gaano ka pa kaganda at ka-clear skin, if hindi mo tanggap yung sarili mo, parang you won't have that confidence. And I'm glad na slowly, I'm getting back to that Sarah na confident kahit ano yung itsura niya or kahit anong size niya. But right now, I'm happy that I started 2026, or before I turned 30, I started to say no to my insecurity. This is the part 3 of my series, or SBTS series, The Year I Learned to Say No. We're down to our last episode for this series, so I hope I'll see you on the next video. Again, this is Sarah, also known as Kiddo, and this is Sarah's Bedtime Stories. Good night. Mwah! Bye!